Welcome to RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. I got to tell you, I love this city. It's fantastic. I want to thank Jason Woodward and the crew, Sean Benson, all the people down here in Atlanta. You just got me loving this city, and it's fantastic, and I'm looking forward to coming back here again. So we're going to record a lot of shows here, and we're going to have guests fly in all over the country. These shows are here to inspire you, to encourage you, to train you, to help you to become successful. And I am so privileged and honored that many of my friends that are working in this industry are coming down. They're flying from Rhode Island. In fact, the couple that I have coming in today, great friends, great couple, Rich and Michele Urso flew in from Providence, Rhode Island. They're here in Atlanta, Georgia, sweating. It's 85 degrees and it's humid, and he's not used to that at all. But we're going to have fun, and this is what a fun couple they are. Those of you that know them, it's a joy just to be around them, and they're going to share some of their secrets with you today. And speaking of fun, that's what we do here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Don't treat this like a job, because if you treat this like a job, and I know people have said treat it like a job with your schedule, that's important, but this is not a job. We are having fun and we're making money. Now I want you to think about that. When you're having fun with RMS, you know what's happening? You're making a lot of money. Think about the weeks that maybe you had a bad week and you only wrote one or two, and you look back at that and you say, man, I worked so hard, I didn't have any fun at all. But the weeks that were your best weeks of all were the weeks that you wrote 8 or 9 or 10 in one week, and you said, man, I just had a blast while I was out there. So you are having fun, and along with it, you are making money. It's amazing how they go hand in hand together. So I want you to say that with me. I'm having fun and I'm making money. You can put your hands in the air and say, what do I do with RMS? I'm having fun and I'm making money. They go great together. So really work on that philosophy and have a lot of fun, because this opportunity is absolutely incredible. Sometimes I got to pinch myself. We just had Residual come in a little over a week ago, and it's like, wow, this is incredible that we actually get paid this much money for doing what we do. It's such a blessing. We were talking about that earlier with some of our crew that's down here in Atlanta, that we use this word and we don't take it lightly. We are extremely blessed. And it's not just about making money. You know, sometimes people say, well, you know, money's the root of all evil. That's not true. The love of money is the root of all evil. It's okay to be prosperous. It's okay to be successful, but you don't make that your God. You bless other people at the same time. And all throughout this company, it's amazing the second chance opportunities that we have. So many testimonies of people coming in that were down on their luck. Maybe they had a failed business or they're just going through a difficult time. All of a sudden, they were introduced to Retriever Merchant Solutions. They came in, saw the opportunity, took advantage of the opportunity. They took a risk, because there's risk involved in anything that's great. They took that risk and said, I'm not looking back. I'm going to march forward, and I'm going to make this a true success. And it's so exciting to see that people all around the country doing that. I have the blessing and the privilege of being able to do training classes in Chicago, and I see new people come in, and then I see them 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months later, and they're achieving great success. I see their name on the top sales on the board, and it's exciting to see. So that's what we do. We have an amazing opportunity. There's no secret formula. All you have to do is apply yourself, have fun, make money, enjoy what you are doing, because that's what we do. So I'm excited today that we had this awesome couple fly in from Rhode Island, as I shared earlier. They're going to be guests on my show today, and I'm thankful that they're here. They're going to share some of their secrets, talk about some of their successes, and they're here to bless you, to help you, to encourage you. So I'm real thrilled to be able to have them here, and you're going to really be blessed also. So let's take a short break. I will be back in a few moments with Rich and Michele Urso. We'll be right back. Hi, it's Rich Norton. I am a board member for the Haven Horse Ranch in St. Augustine, Florida. This is a wonderful ministry that specializes in equine therapy for special needs children. What an amazing ministry. If you'd like to support this ministry, go to havenhorseranch.org, havenhorseranch.org in St. Augustine, Florida, and you will bless somebody and you'll get blessed yourself. Appreciate you doing that. God bless.
Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt here from Skinner. Hey, I want you to donate to the Hands and Feet, Westside. Westside's the best side. There you go. That's where I was born at. Anyway, hey, listen, they're feeding homeless vets, homeless people, helping people recover. They're a good organization. Don't forget, donate to the Hands and Feet, Westside. God bless.
Rock and roll, bro.
Please donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation Westside today. This ministry is a 501c3 non-for-profit organization. They feed people everyday hot meals. They give away clothes and food, and they also offer a sanctuary and prayer. Donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation on the Westside, Jacksonville, Florida, right there on 103rd Street. God bless you. Tell them American Hearts Radio sent you. We're on a mission for God.
Please visit Hands and Feet Westside, www.facebook.com/handsandfeet.org, or give them a call at 904-465-5083. 904-465-5083.
Hey everybody, go to handsandfeetfoundation.org and support them. Don't forget, support, support, support. For the Son of Man who came to seek and save the lost. Luke 19:10.
Hi, it's Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Thank you for tuning into our shows. We've had a great response from each and every one of you. And I've had many, many inquiries about applying for a position with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Yes, we do have opportunities. If you're a go-getter, you like meeting people, you have dreams, you have aspirations, you have big goals, and you want to be a big success, we're going to teach you, we're going to train you, we're going to help you. Give me a call at 904-434-4635. Rich Norton, Retriever Merchant Solutions, 904-434-4635, and we will help you make your dreams come true.
Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt here from Skinner. You're watching RMS with Richard Norton. Sales and inspiration.
Yeah.
There you go.
On American Hearts Radio, Web TV.
We are back. Welcome to RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. I am thrilled and excited that I've got Rich and Michele Urso with me here. It flew in from Rhode Island. We joked about that earlier, how, we ordered some hot weather for you down here because it's these guys come from 60 degrees or 50 degrees. I know you guys have had a cold winter, and it seemed like it was snowing right up to the end of April. And here you are, it's like 85, it's going to be 90 tomorrow, and you're just sweating like crazy. But it's not even summer yet. So welcome to Atlanta, the hot city. It is a hot city. So I'm excited that you're here. And this is one of my favorite couples in the world. Those of you that know Rich and Michele Urso know that they're a blast to be around. They are fun, and that's what they do together. They have fun together. You guys, I want to say, you're an inspiration to me and to many all around our country, because to be able to work as a husband and wife team, you know, not a lot of people can do that.
No,
and
no.
I'm not going to make any statements here, but to be able to work in the business and do that together and do it well is an incredible story. Obviously, you guys have a wonderful and great relationship, and I think that I would say that both of you are husband and wife, but you're best friends too at the same time, and that makes a great relationship, and it gives great success. And as we call it, as you said, you're a team, and it's Team Urso, at its finest. And Team Urso has a great crew up there in Rhode Island, up in New York, and all that area up in Connecticut. Frank Robin's one of our star representatives that's in the business, and I know you got Phoebe and Mike Gross and Kathy and a couple new other people starting. So you got a nice team up there, and it's always exciting because I travel a lot. I grew up in Connecticut, as you guys know, so it's always good to go back home to my stomping grounds.
We love you coming
And then,
back.
yes, and we go out to dinner and have a blast and have fun. So welcome to the show.
Well,
thank you
thank
for
you.
coming here, and it's great to have you here. As a couple, I just wanted you to share. I'll start out with, we'll say ladies first. Okay, we got two gentlemen here. So we'll say with Michele, how you got into the business, what got you excited about the business, and share that with everybody out there.
Well, actually, Rich got me into the business, and Kurt DeRozier, thanks to him, he blessed Rich getting into the business. So I had a credit repair and debt solution company, was doing helping a lot of people, but not making a lot of money. So we decided to work together. We've been working together and living together for 25 plus years. So I said, why not? I've never done sales before. I do like to talk, so I can go into places and talk to people. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I get to go to places I never think to go. Get to meet a lot of new people. Our advantage is I tell them that you get 2 reps for the price of 1. We use Retriever actually in our own businesses. So we had 8 years with Retriever on the merchant side of the desk. Now we're on the other side. We're in our 10th year with Retriever. Love it. Love the people. Love the company. And we're blessed to be able to do what we do.
That's great, and you do well at it. Rich, I've gotten to know very well, and we're great friends, and we're just happy that you're part of the winning team, Team Urso there. So tell me about your background. How I know you come from the car business, which is amazing. We got a lot of people that have come from the car business that have success there, and here they are. So something about that car business is...
Well, the car business is a good trader. I mean, we owned our own car business for 27 years. Prior to that, I worked at a new car dealership. After my first year, I was a top sales rep, and from then I made it into management, and then I saw all the money they were making, and I said, why don't I just go do this myself? We had 2 dealerships at one time, and we had a good, successful business. We had a couple other businesses as well, but when in 2008, when the car business was kind of declining, we got lucky and somebody offered us some money for our property, and we talked to the family because we had our daughter and son working there as well, and we said we think it's time for us to move. Mr. DeRozier has been after me for 5 years to do this.
He's persistent.
And I kept declining.
We should have went 5 years ago.
And so finally I decided on my birthday in 2008, we turned the key at the dealership and took a month's vacation together. And then we started, Kurt took me on the road for a couple of days and we started there. After a little while, Michele was doing her credit and debt relief, and the problem was that she was helping a lot of people, but a lot of those people don't have any money, so it's kind of hard to make money and help people at the same time, where this is a little bit easier than that. So we talked and we said, well, let's just get back together. We worked together for 20-some years at the car dealership. Let's get back together doing this, and we'll work together, and it's been a blessing.
Awesome. Yeah. So as you talked about that, which is interesting. There's always apprehension, and there's probably a little bit of fear, when you're so used to being good at something. Because I remember when I first started, and I was in the encyclopedia business, and it was a dying business, but I knew I was good at that, and I was confident with being good at that. And then to be introduced to this opportunity, there's a little bit of fear. Like, can I, walk me through how you got through that?
Well, the difference is when we had the car dealership, people would come to me. I didn't have to go to them. So when they came, they were looking for a car, so I just had to sell them that car. So what I did when I first started, because I didn't have a lead generator or anything then, I took out the yellow pages. They still have phone books today? I don't know.
I think so.
But I took out the phone book and I took out the yellow pages, and I started at A and I went all the way through to Z. I made a list of all the people that I've done business with or have done business with me, or friends of mine that know people who own business. I just went from A to Z. I wrote up 120 names, and that's how I started. And we were able to write 50 deals in our first 6 months.
Very nice.
And it's been great from there. But that's the key. I try and tell all of my team to get started. It's hard to cold call, but it's easier to cold call on somebody you know or an acquaintance of some type of acquaintance. So it's more of a warm call than a cold call, and it eases you into it, and you can make some money, and that's how we got it rolling.
Awesome. So as a couple, all right, Tell
Yeah,
everybody,
we-
how do you do that? Work together.
Very carefully,
Yeah. I mean, I know it's like, I know you handle some things, you handle some things, and you guys make it work, and it's incredible. It's such an inspiration to all other couples that are out there. We have a couple in Tampa, Florida, Tony and Maria, and I know they're watching the show, and you guys are an inspiration to them because they work together as a couple, and it's great to see. So tell me how that works, Michele.
It's all me, 100%
Yes,
me.
absolutely.
No.
Amen to that.
He does a lot more the sales than I do. I do a lot of the service, customer service. We want to make sure we give our merchants as much service as we possibly can. We send out letters, cards, we'll send gifts to say thank you for doing business with us. He may go out on a call and he may not be able to close it right then and there. So I go in the back door right after him and I can close the deal and vice versa.
Right, so
And they like you better.
So,
And they like me
if
so
I was
much
in this,
better.
If I was in this area today and I didn't close them, but I got them on the hook, and I got to go this area tomorrow, I'll send Michele back out to that.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
So
tell me the
we
truth.
could
Do
both
they,
be selling.
did they ever say we didn't really like that guy before? But
Unfortunately,
Well, I tell you this much: a business card that says Team Urso on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you
So,
go.
so it's a real nice thing when I go into a customer, especially if they're husband and wife that have small businesses.
Yes.
And the first thing I say is, "Here's my business card. The reason it says Team Urso is because me and my wife work together." And I flip it over and I say on the back, "Here's our cell numbers and our email. If you have any problems, you're going to call Michele."
yes, he does. I get all the calls.
She's the problem solver,
I'm the
right?
problem solver.
Yeah, and you are.
Well, I
Yeah.
more low key than he is, and handle it and make
Yeah.
make the merchants happy.
You do,
Make
because
the merchants
there's, I mean, you just have that spirit where you just make people feel like relaxed and peaceful, knowing that Michelle's got this. You know, she's going to take care of us, and we're in good hands with
We're
them.
good
Yeah,
hands.
it's funny
That's
because
great.
I'll text her. I'll be on the road and I'll text her and I'll say, "So and so just left me a voicemail. Can you call and see what's going on?" She goes, "The time you send me that text, you could call it yourself."
But it works.
But it works. It all works out very well.
So coming from the car business, and I always say this too, it's like you're only as good as your last sale, right?
Right.
With this in our business here, we have an amazing blessing called residual income.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And somebody told me years ago that if you want to build wealth and you really want to be successful, find something that has residual income. And thankfully, it found me. You know,
Right.
and, because when I sold encyclopedias, it was like that was it. You know, it's go get the next one.
Right.
Right.
Just like that with cars. I mean, you sell somebody a car, you're probably not going to see them for another 3 years
Exactly.
before you make any more money.
Exactly.
You know.
So talk. Go ahead,
Yep.
Michele.
Well, in this business, we have our what we call today's money,
Mm-hmm.
which is the leasing,
Yes.
and then we have our tomorrow's money, which is the residual. So when we go out to merchants, we help them as much as we can. We'll do the leasing, we'll do the NMI, we'll do gift cards, get them on as many products as we possibly can because they're more likely to stay with you and give them the great service. I tell them, you know, you might, on some things, if you pay a little more, like if you go to a restaurant or a store, you may pay a little bit more, but if the service is there, then I'm willing to pay that little extra. So
Right.
that's what we try to give is,
We're not always selling savings.
Right.
There's
Right.
other things to sell.
Very true.
Right.
You know,
Very true.
And
service is key.
I mean, I just did one last week where the lady says, "I'm really not saving any money because between the lease and everything," she was a low volume processor, but she says, I like you and I think you guys will help me." So she didn't really like the other company, so it didn't really save her much, but she wanted to switch and she did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
it's not
she's so
always
happy.
Yeah.
it's not always savings. There's other
Exactly.
stuff, you know.
Exactly.
It's
Because
service.
especially with the new products that we have out, and Rich, you and I talked earlier. It's like some of this new technology. We're kind of old school, and I fight it. You know, I'm still.
Don't get going with the technology.
Yeah, it's
He's
like
not
I'm
a
still
tech guy.
doing some of the Veriphones and everything. You know, how many points have you done? Well, I've done some, and how about the cash discount, or how about this other new program? And I'm weaning my way in. It's like I'm the new representative holding back. You know, it's like I'm fighting it. And so we have new technology here, and we're learning. Yeah, we're
We are
some
learning.
old dogs. That,
Yeah.
Old dogs trying to learn new tricks.
Yeah.
Yes,
He goes,
yeah.
Michelle, that's his.
Even
Well-
with Phoebe just says to me, "Well, I'm going to screenshot it, and then you can screenshot it." I said, "Phoebe, you're getting a little too technical for me. You better call Michelle."
Yeah, like, what does that mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
help me. So yeah, that's awesome. That's great. So the key to success, as I tell all of our representatives is to be consistent. And that's one thing that you guys have shown over the years is that consistency. You win the trips, you got the numbers, and they come year after year after year. What is tell everybody out there, each of you, one at a time, like what is the key? What helps you to become more consistent?
Persistence.
That's your one word. So what I'm going to say, let me say that you know, we have grandchildren now. Michele likes to take Wednesday and spend the day with the grandchildren because our daughter's working, and I like to play golf maybe on Friday sometimes in the afternoon. So you know, Wednesdays it's all me. Fridays maybe it's all her, and then we work together the other 3 days. We work every day, you know, whether it's 4 hours or 8 hours or whatever. We work every day, and as Richard mentioned in his last segment with Jason, that if you're working, things will happen. You know, it's like I'll give you a perfect example. I'll bring up Phoebe again. Sorry, Phoebes, but she wrote.
She's out there watching in Connecticut, right?
She wrote 3 deals one day, and the next morning she got a call from a merchant from 2 months ago that she had written up, and he said, "I want you to come and take my restaurant," because she's out there working. You know, she's getting referrals, she's meeting people, and that's what happens. You get those when you get that mojo going. It keeps going.
Exactly right. You get the momentum going.
Yeah.
And you got a good crew there, and it's nice to see, you know, some of the newer people come in and be successful. And,
Yes.
you know, it takes time. You know, I tell everybody in this business that we don't paint a picture of a pie in the sky, get rich quick. You know,
No.
if that's what you think this is, it's not. You know,
It's not for
we go to
you.
work. Yeah.
Right.
And I like the fact that what you're talking about is that you could split that up as a couple.
Right.
It's like you can put in, you know, I'm going to work the 4 hours and I'm going to handle this, and you cover the other hours, and it makes it Team Urso, which is a great success.
And with our daughter, 15-year-old daughter, gets out of school at 2:15. So one of us, our schedule allows one of us to pick her up and bring her home. So one, you know what I mean? So that works.
I used to always say this is the closest to stay-at-home mom career that I can have.
Yes.
Because it really is flexible. I work, and I can work around everything that I need to do being a mom.
Yes, yeah. And the flexibility is the key, you know,
Yes.
that you have that where, and also it's important, as you guys know, is we take advantage of the time that we do have while we're out there.
Yes.
And we make
Right.
every second
Right.
count, because I know you have some representatives that are, whether they're single moms or whether they're married and they got kids and they got responsibilities, you know, we always say proper balance is the key. You know, family's number one, and but we got to be able to support the family with this opportunity at the same time
Right.
too.
Correct.
So how do you encourage some of your representatives in that area?
Well, I mean, they know they can contact us anytime. I mean, so we leave ourselves wide open for them. And the thing about 2 of us is, if they're at a place and they need help and they call one of us, and one of us is jammed up or at an appointment or whatever, they can call the other one and they'll get the answer they need.
Yes,
Yeah, they get 2 helpers for 1 too.
that's good.
2 for 1
Works.
big.
So
Works great.
I mean, you know, I love helping people. I always have. I coached for 12 years, and I just have always liked to donate my time to helping people. I donate to your organizations, and
Thank you.
Mr. Norton, our fearless leaders, I donate to his, and it makes you feel good to help people. And I think I heard a saying once that said, if you want to get everything you want, you got to help people get what they want.
Yes, said by Zig
Zig
Ziglar.
Ziglar.
You can have everything in life you want if you help other people get what they
they
want.
want.
And that's a big responsibility that we have, because, you know, when we use the word a lot, blessed, and we don't want to use that lightly, but we are, when I say we're blessed to be a blessing, we really are. You know, to much is given, much is expected. And one of the greatest joys that I have is being able to help people, but also to be helping people that are in need. You know, you
Right.
talked about different things that I'm involved with, and to be able to help. You know, sometimes if you're ever feeling sorry for yourselves, I serve on a ministry called Hands and Feet Foundation. These people are wondering if they're going to eat today,
Right.
or where they're
Right.
going to sleep. And sometimes we might have a little problem, and we're feeling sorry for ourselves. Go out there and meet these
Right.
people. They're in a dark place,
Right.
many of them. But to be able to go there and minister to them and help them and encourage them, what a great thrill that is. And
It
I
is.
know
We
you
get
you
guys
feel good.
enjoy doing that too.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
So you help other people, and I want to tell that to all of our representatives that are out there with Retriever, is that Rich and Michele, whether you're in their group or not, I know many of our representatives are not in your group, but they call and reach out to you as they do to me and many of our other leaders. And I don't want you to ever think, you know, because sometimes people will call me and say, hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're a busy guy. I correct them immediately. I say, look, I may be busy, but not too busy for your call.
Right.
So I never want you to think that you're bothering me or that you shouldn't call me or how dare you call me. If I've ever, I don't think I've ever made people feel that way, and I know you guys are the same way.
I know there's one time.
But we never, ever want you to feel that way. You can reach out, and you can reach out to the Ursos. You can email, you can call them. I know you got their phone number, but that's a lesson in itself. You know, don't be a Lone Ranger Retriever representative. You heard me say that many, many times. Find the people that are in life where you want to be and do what they do. If you're a couple that's out there working in the business, or maybe you're thinking, hey, I'm working in this business and my spouse or whatever significant other wants to come into this business, but I'm a little concerned about how that's going to work. What do I need to do? Well,
Call us.
here's your prime example right here. It really does work, and they've made
work.
great success out of it. So
it's fun.
It is, yeah.
It's fun.
And talk about some of the blessings besides the money, you know, because the money's great. You know, and sometimes people say money isn't everything, but who says that? People with no money, right? So how do they know? But talk about people, you know, some of the other blessings that you've received with. I know you go on some trips, and we really do go on these trips.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so,
we do, and we have fun.
Talk about some of the, like, what was your favorite trip?
My favorite trip was actually the one and only, and the reason for that is I didn't have to iron any clothes. They did it all for you. You had your own butler. Because every time we go anywhere, I do all the packing, I do all the ironing, it was really, really, really nice. And all the trips are better because we get to see all the reps that we work with, but we don't get to see on a day-to-day basis. And I think one of the biggest things, for me anyways, we made some really, really good friends.
Yes. Family.
Jason family, yeah.
Yes.
We call it the RMS family. It's a great family to be a part of. Everybody loves each other. Everybody is here for you. No matter what you're going through, somebody's already gone through something similar. And we're all here to help, emotionally, mentally, physically.
We
Sales.
play together, we pray together.
That's
Right?
right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So we don't have much time left, and this has been great having you guys on the show. I want you to, each of you, to just tell everybody out there some encouragement on what it's going to take for them to be real successful in this business, because many of the representatives that are watching the show, let's be honest, some of them are brand new, some of them are struggling. And I'm going to be real honest here. There's some watching the show right now asking the question, is this for me? Am I going to make it?
Right.
And you know what? Many of us have come to that crossroads where we could say, you know what, maybe I should do something else. Maybe I should go for this 100%. Thankfully for me, I chose, I'm going for this 100%. But
too.
we do have representatives that are out there that are struggling, and they need a little bit of help and some encouragement and some things that will help them while they're out there to turn the corner, to bring it to the next level, to be successful.
Well, I'm going to tell you that what I said earlier, if you don't know, if you've never knocked on people's doors and you're not comfortable getting out, the first door is getting out of your car door, then you got to get into the business door. So if you're not comfortable doing that, take my suggestion, take some time, write down a list of people, acquaintances, anybody you do a lot of business with that will know you. Get that list started, and you should be able to come up, I think, with 100 names if you try hard enough and start planning out your route and go see those people. They'll be a little less forgiving if you're making a mistake at the beginning or if you're not sure exactly what you're talking about, because, you know, we've been doing this for over 10 years and sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about.
You still don't know what you're talking
with some
about.
of the new products or something like that. So just remember that you know more than they do.
That's
Regardless
right.
of how little bit you know.
You're the expert.
You know more than they know. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. If you don't know the
They
answer
don't know
to
you
a
made that
question,
mistake,
right?
by
Or if
the
you
way.
don't know an answer to a question, just say, I'm not sure about that. I'll get back to you on that. Most of the time they forget you. They ask the question. So don't worry about that. Don't get caught up in that. Try that. Get a few deals under your belt and like Rich said, use us all. We're all here for everybody. That's the best way I can try to help someone get started.
Fantastic, fantastic.
And I think it's keep the positive attitude, and it's very hard to do because sometimes, man, you hear 10 no's in a day, and you don't want to go into that one more stop, and you make that one more stop. That could be the deal of the day, and you start rolling. I self-talk all the time. I a big Joel Osteen fan. I read the book I Am. I have a little bookmark that he had in there, and it says, "I am blessed. I am beautiful. I am smart. I'm intelligent. I'm a salesperson. I'm motivated. I'm positive. I'm passionate." And I do that 2, 3, 4 times a day, especially after you get out and you thought you had the deal, and it's like, you can't fix stupid. Get in the car, and I start with the positivity again. Positive is the way I live.
Exactly right, and you are an encouragement, and that's fantastic because we do that. I am fantastic. I do that. Fantastic. I look in the mirror as I'm driving down the road. I'm at home, and my youngest daughter, Kaylee, will just laugh at me and put videos of me as I'm in the mirror giving myself pep talks, and it's all over YouTube. So I don't.
Yeah, you have to pep talk yourself because you are out there in the car by yourself. So if you can't talk to yourself positive, no one's is going to do that. Unless you pick up the phone and talk to Rich, he'll get you going too.
Exactly. Right. We'll motivate you.
Motivate you.
So do that. I'm fantastic. I'm a winner. I'm somebody. I make a difference. I'm awesome. Today's going to be a great day. And that's what it's all about. Rich and Michele, this has been fun.
It's been fun.
It was great.
Thank
cool.
you very much.
Will you guys come down and do another show?
Bringing us
Sure,
most
absolutely.
definitely. We love it here in Atlanta too.
Well, we do shows in Florida,
Atlanta.
so you guys can come to Florida and we'll sit by the pool and maybe do a show right there. That would be pretty awesome. So thanks to Rich and Michele for being on the show. This has been spectacular. It's been fantastic. Today is God's gift to you. What you do with this day is your gift back to God. Be blessed, be encouraged, and remember, I am fantastic.
I am
great.
a money
I'm awesome.
magnet.
There you go.